The Coachella lineup for 2023 is absolutely insane. You just got to start off with the three headliners: Bad Bunny, Blackpink, and Frank Ocean. Those are all going to be amazing. But just starting off with this first little one, we got Bad Bunny, and then we got Gorillaz. I feel like Gorillaz could be their own headliner, but pretty solid. Burna Boy is also really amazing. I feel like, and a lot of people are going to be going to them. I'm not really sure who the Chemical Brothers are. I feel like this is a really weird thing, but I mean, I'm sure they still should be great. K Tronada is going to be probably amazing if you get to listen to him. Same thing as Metro Boomin. Becky G and Blondie should be pretty solid. I'm not a big fan of any of them. Don't know who FKJ is. I don't really know. I'm more of a rap and like rock guy, I guess. Pusha T is, of course, really solid. Toby, don't know how to say his last name. I know a lot of people really like him. I think he's a Nigerian artist as well. Not 100% sure. Wet Leg, a lot of people were super hyped about them when they were performing at the Harry Styles concert in LA. A ton of people like them. Not sure who SG Lewis is, but I'm sure he'll be a great time. Yves Tumor, don't know how to really say that. I'm assuming it's Yves Saint Laurent type thing, but he is amazing. I feel like a performance from him is gonna be really solid. Not really sure about a lot of these rest of these people. Youngblood is kind of an interesting choice. I feel like he is a really solid performer with a lot of really big fans behind him, and I'm sure he'll of course be an amazing time. Ash Nico should also be interesting. I feel like she comes out with a lot of energy. I'm not really a big fan of her music, but I mean I still think it should be pretty solid. You got TV Girl. They're supposedly not really good performers at all, but I mean should be solid as well. Dochi should be solid. Benny should also be solid. Idris Elba, I don't really know what he does. Maybe he's a DJ guy, but that still should be kind of interesting. Domi and JD Beck, they're some of like a lot of people say they're some of the best like up and coming artists, and I feel like this is a really solid spot for them. You see Saba here. I feel like he's really low compared to how popular he is and how good of music he makes. And I'm just really surprised he's this low because he makes some amazing music, and I definitely would want to see him, on one of the smaller stages or on the big stage just to start off the day because I feel like it's a really solid one. You also have Soul Glow. They've come out with some of the most critically acclaimed albums recently, so I definitely think they're going to be probably really amazing. Then going on to the next day, you have Blackpink starting off, which is really interesting to me because I'm not the biggest Blackpink fan. I'm not a big K-pop fan, but a lot of K-pop people really like them. And I mean, of course, they are an interesting choice to be the first like K-pop band to really headline Coachella, but I still think they are probably the best one. I mean, of course, BTS would be a lot more popular and probably better, but I mean, now that they've broken up, I feel like Blackpink has to be the best. And as a girl group, I feel like it's even better in that way. And you got Rosalia. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but of course, amazing. I feel like she could be her own headliner in a way because you look how big her name is, but still, like, I don't really know who. Yeah, Rosalia is amazing, and I feel like she had one of the most critically acclaimed albums last year and probably is a great performer as well. So I just think it's going to be really amazing. With her, Eric Prides, don't know who he is. Sorry. Same with Boy Genius. I'm assuming these are DJs, but, either way, still great. Suicide Boys, they have a super dedicated base, and I feel like they're really good performers. They just have that kind of energy. Kid Leroy, super popular guy. Maybe not the greatest performer, but of course he's always going to be a good person to be up there. Go in to listen to a couple of songs, like super popular songs that you know the lyrics to. Charlie XCX, amazing just albums coming from her, and just probably a perfect person for this type of concert. And I feel like a good day for like Blackpink and all that. Labyrinth, some of the best songs I feel like in the past couple of years. Him on the Euphoria soundtrack and him with Pusha T, just absolutely amazing. Not sure who Underworld or a lot of these guys on this next row are. I do know who Remy Wolf is, and I know a lot of people will be going there for her, and I think that's a really good idea. She has like a really popular fan base and all that. Then you got Young Lean. I feel like Young Lean is a really like just perfect person. Maybe not for this day. I feel like he'd be better on the Frank Ocean day, but still, I feel like it really works either way with that. 070 Shake. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. I don't know what you pronounce in that. She had a really solid album coming out last year, and I feel like her kind of music really fits to the live performance type sounding thing. You go to this next one. I don't really know many of these people besides Kenny Beats and Flo Milli. Oh, and Snail Mail. I know all of them. They're all really solid. Kenny Beats and Flo Milli, if they could do something together, I feel like that'd be really cool. I actually don't. I was thinking of Rico Nasty, not Flo Milli, but still, either way, I feel like these are all pretty solid performers. Maybe like if they were not like overlapping each other, I feel like it'd be really cool to go to both of them. But still, either way, still very solid performers. Snail Mail's also cool. They have some cool songs. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Next one I see is I know Earth Gang. Earth Gang is really cool, and I feel like they have a lot of like Dreamville, J. Cole-esque type music, but I feel like it's a little better in a way. Then you have Bakar. Bakar has some amazing music. I'm surprised he's this low because he has some just really great music, and I feel like it's music that a lot of people like. Also going down, I don't really know that many of these people, but I do know AG Club. If you're there early, please go to AG Club. AG Club has some absolutely amazing music, and I feel like some of the best music just like I've ever listened to. It's just, so good. Last but not least, we have Frank Ocean. The reason everyone is going to Coachella, Frank Ocean, could be maybe his last performance ever. We don't really know. Maybe he's releasing a new album, whatever. You have to go there. And if you're going there, you have to go to Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is just amazing. You also have Bjork. I mean, if they're conflicting, it's like sucks Bjork. You got to go to Frank Ocean, but still Bjork has some, amazing music, amazing critically acclaimed stuff. I don't really know how well that translates to concerts. I, wouldn't really go to a Bjork concert, but I still feel like it could be really interesting. If you're into Bjork, definitely go for her. Kali Uchis, the amazing music as well. More of the Rosalia style, but it's nice that you can go to like Rosalia one day, Kali Uchis the next day. Porter Robinson, great EDM DJ. I don't really know what you want to call him, electronic music guy. He has some really great songs. I'm not gonna lie, I listened to a lot of them, and I was like, wow. I was kind of surprised. Don't know who Fisher or Chris Lake are. Maybe country, maybe EDM, electronic music. Don't really know. I know who A Boogie is. I'm surprised he's this high up. He is somehow way more popular than I would have ever thought. I kind of thought he fell off like a lot of those people in that time did, but he has really stayed popular, and I think his music still has that catchy style, and people a lot on like TikTok and all that, they all follow it, and I feel like A Boogie really has staying power. Then you go to Dominic Fike. Dominic Fike also has some just amazing music, and I think he really is just like a nice popular artist music guy. Jai Paul, kind of crazy that he's up this high, but everyone loves this man, and I think with a guy who really hasn't released a real album ever. He released like a bunch of leaks back in, whatever time it was, and he was just so popping in the underground or whatever. It's just such a crazy thing that he's this high up, but either way, this is a guy that a lot of people love and a lot of people want to see him perform. So go for that if you want to see him perform. Don't really know a lot of these people. No Lotto, no Willow. They should be pretty solid if you're into that type of music. Ray Stremmerd is weird being down this low, but I still feel like he's a really solid guy in here, and I definitely would want to go just for him, just for them, not Ray. There's two of them, but still Ray Stremmerd, really solid performance, and I feel like they should be good. We Split. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She had a really acclaimed album this year and in 2020, and I feel like she should probably be a really great performer. I did like her album this year, and I thought it was pretty solid. There were some really amazing songs. I don't know how well that performs to on stage, but, still should be solid. Alex G, of course, is going to be amazing. Don't really know a lot of these other people. Do know Fushi and No Name. They should also be really good if you're into their type of music. If not, maybe not. But looking at some of the rest of the people, don't really know any of them except for Pierre Bourne. Pierre Bourne, of course, should be really, really good if you're into that like Cardi type of music, or if you just like Pierre's production, because the production is so amazing. His lyrics and rapping ability doesn't really live up to his production ability, but it still is very, very good. Paris, Texas is also super amazing if you want kind of a rap rock style. I really wanted to see them in concert, but they never came around, and I just totally missed out because I was trying to see them on the Brockhampton tour. Didn't work out. Either way, though, definitely suggest going to see Paris, Texas if you have nothing else to see at that time. And last but not least, we have Calvin Harris. Should be an amazing time with Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris, always puts on a show. He might not make the best songs. Like, there are some songs that are just total misses from him, but it's going to be an amazing time when you're, drunk, high, or on some other kind of drugs at Coachella, because you're doing drugs at Coachella. Either way, though, this is an amazing I just think even with Frank Ocean here, this would be an amazing thing. Bad Bunny, Gorillaz, Burna Boy, Blackpink. They're really appealing to all different types of people. But of course, Frank Ocean to me really takes the cake. Either way, though, there's so many good acts at Coachella. So if you have the money, I definitely would suggest going. I'm going to be trying to go. I don't really know. This is just going to be an amazing place. And just going to see Frank Ocean would just be the perfect thing for me, at least.